Good evening, everyone. I'm absolutely thrilled and honored to be here today. During my time at the Junior Innovators Challenge, I've had the chance to see you in action, learn about your projects, and hear about the inspiration behind them. That's what inspires me most. Not just the result, but the purpose and passion that brought you here. So, what brings me here today? Well, first things first, with a show of hands, how many of you already have a dream college in mind? Right, okay. That's kind of what I thought. Okay, you can go ahead and put your hands down. I was the exact same growing up. Now, what if I told you I was rejected from every college I applied to? It's not clickbait. I'm going to tell you exactly what led up to this moment and why it actually turned out to be one of the best things that's happened to me. But before I dive in, let me give you a little context. My parents are both Cambodian Chinese refugees who escaped the Khmer Rouge in the early 80s. The Khmer Rouge was a group that led a genocide in Cambodia after the Vietnam War. Life wasn't easy for my family. They came to America without a cent to their name and had to adapt to a completely new culture and language. But they worked hard, and they made sure my sister and I had every opportunity growing up, especially when it came to education. Now, whether you're a first-generation American or not, I'm sure you can all relate to that pressure in making your family proud. We all want to show that their sacrifices were worth it. My parents put me and my sister in every activity imaginable. It started with piano lessons, but let me tell you, that list quickly grew. By the time I was around your age, I was tearing off my cap and goggles after swim practice just to make it in time to pirouette through dance class. I held my Girl Scout honor. I played tennis. And my favorite activity? Science Olympiad, where I built bottle rockets and solved crimes with chromatography tests. I saw my life as a simple equation. Opportunity plus effort equals endless opportunities of success, and there was no room for distraction. Well, maybe just for one thing. See, in the few moments we had free time, my sister and I were glued to hour-long infomercials. I see none of you laughing up here. I wonder why. Infomercials are like unboxing videos, except much longer, with cheesier lines and characters trying to sell you something, and people typically didn't seek them out. But at 6 a.m. in our packed schedule, that's all that was ever playing. Somehow, we grew attached to those cheesy lines, the innovation, and of course, some of the hosts. Who loves Billy Mays? I do. We were especially obsessed with one particular infomercial, the Magic Bullet.
Introducing the original Magic Bullet, the personal, versatile countertop magician that does any job in 10 seconds or less.
Now, here it is. I know, it's silly to think I was obsessed with the blender. But let me tell you, this is no ordinary blender. Ahead of its time, the Magic Bullet could chop onions tear-free, grate your Parmesan, and instantly top off your spaghetti. Your life could change for only 5 easy payments of $19.99. So we made that same exact pitch to my parents, begging them to buy it, and shockingly, they said yes. From that day on, we never stopped using the Magic Bullet. Soups, smoothies, salad dressings. It was pure bliss. Every day was a new recipe, a new way to utilize the blender. But the Magic Bullet didn't just represent blending food. It also became a symbol of possibility. Just like it promised endless recipes, I saw my life the same way, full of opportunity as long as I put in the work. Let me set this down. So, entering high school, which I know is either just around the corner or you're already in it, I knew I had only 4 crucial years to shape myself into the perfect college candidate. So I maxed out my productivity at any chance I got. Think of it like a smoothie. I thought you needed every flavor, every fruit, to make it the most desirable smoothie. So I took as many AP courses as possible. I played water polo and swam. I volunteered. I tutored peers. I joined clubs. I even started clubs. Not to brag, I was excelling. Or so I thought. You see, by my junior year, my stress really started to escalate. I remember one instance in third period English class. We were assigned in-class essays, but overwhelmed by the stress, my body froze. 50 minutes later, the bell rang, and I turned in a blank piece of paper. The following day, my teacher approached me and asked how I was doing and what happened with my essay. I let her know I was missing deadlines for school, skipping club meetings to make up the work, then getting poor exam grades because I didn't have the time to study. I was in a doomed cycle. It was obvious she was worried, and she recommended I take some things off of my plate. You can't pour from an empty cup, she said. So, what did I do? Senior year, I doubled down and I convinced my math teacher to create an extra period of calculus just for me. I had this idea in my head that if I took a break, I would be giving in to failure, or that I would be letting the people around me down. But in reality, I was learning the hard way that when you push yourself way beyond your limits, it doesn't lead to success. It leads to burnout. One day, while making a smoothie with the magic bullet, of course, I realized just how literal that burnout lesson could be. I gathered the ingredients: strawberries, bananas, apple juice, orange juice, spinach, and ice. It was so jam-packed I could barely seal the blender. I turned it on, and instantly, smoke and a loud grinding noise. Out of panic, I unplugged the blender and tried to plug it back in, only to realize our once reliable magic bullet had burnt out. Overloading the blender made it stall, and the same goes for us. When there's too much on our plate with no room to breathe, burnout is inevitable. You see, that lesson didn't quite sink in with me until my college decision letters started to arrive. We regret to inform you. Played in a loop, one letter after another, as I struggled to swallow reality. I spent so much time overfilling my schedule that I neglected to learn who I truly was and what I wanted. These schools didn't know me, but how could they when I didn't know myself? A week later, in the car after dinner, my grandma, my favorite person in the world, the person I never want to let down, asked if I got any college acceptances. I couldn't get the words out, not in Khmer, not in English. She could only hear the struggle in my breath. So she laid my head on her shoulder and said, "I know you. You're going to be okay." My grandma's safety and reassurance relieved all of the pressure, self-doubt, and fear of failure. Tears immediately flooded, and I took a deep breath. I finally understood why it was so important for me to pause and take a break. This wasn't the acceptance I had originally sought out, but it clearly was the one I needed most. That fall, I started community college with intention. Instead of cramming my schedule with everything, I got back to my roots, infomercials. That's where I first learned how to be a creative problem solver, and the closest major to creative problem solving was engineering. So I connected with my peers through the courses of multivariable calculus and organic chemistry. I balanced my life with a job, and I practiced yoga to nurture my creativity. I became more thoughtful about what I was putting in my life's blender. I took the time to explore and accept myself, and my confidence grew. Eventually, I decided I was ready to transfer to a four-year school, and in 2023, I earned my bachelor's degree in biomedical engineering from UC Irvine. Thank you. Oh. Today, I'm a member of Thermo Fisher's Leadership Development Program, where I'm moving through a series of 6-month roles in operations. Yes, I use my engineering degree. Your parents will tell you that too. But I equally rely on the resilience, creativity, and teamwork, life skills I learned through all of my past experiences. I took the time to explore and, Watching infomercials sparked my creativity. Working in a coffee shop connected me with my community. Not getting into college the first time was exactly what I needed. It taught me the real consequences of burnout, but it also showed me you can recover, and there's always more than one path to success. And as it turns out, your journey is bound to change. over and over again. I don't particularly feel like an engineer or a scientist. I think that can change at any moment. I do know, at my core, I want to help others. So, as I wrap up, I want you to think about your own journey, your blender full of ingredients. What's inside? What will you add or take away to make a life that feels true to you? The skills you're practicing this week, creativity, leadership, adaptability, teamwork, those are all critical skills to your life's recipe. I hope you feel reassured that there really is no wrong or right path. You are the magic in the magic bullet. Cherish your life's blender, mold the magic, and take care of the working parts so you can make what you want out of it. Thank you.